One. Hello, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D, where my friends and I play a sci-fi homebrew version of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for your entertainment. My name is Aaron, your Galaxy Master, and I am joined this evening by my friends and players, Priya, Kayla, Mike, Sarah, and Lauren. And behind the scenes, we have me. So hopefully the stream doesn't get obliterated today. We'll see. But some new announcements this week. We now air our episodes on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be in chat so you can say hi and ask questions, which is, according to me, pretty exciting stuff.
But what if Friday doesn't work for you? Do not fret. You can watch it anytime once it hits YouTube on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. And if you love our content and would like to help support us, you can become a patron on our Patreon and get access to new episodes Saturday morning, the morning right after they air. Not only that, but you'll get bonus content and emotes as they are released.
Other way to support our stream is to subscribe through Twitch, and you can do that in two different ways. You can pay, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can get one free Twitch subscription each month. Keep in mind, though, to show continued support, you do have to re-up every month. Again, still free to you. So if you have a free Twitch Prime subscription, we would be very grateful if you'd send it our way. Please like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is always free, and leave comments below. We love it.
The Adventures of Plonk, a miniseries spin-off of this campaign, airs Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for about 10 episodes. Each episode is about an hour and a half and will be followed by Just the Tips. So if you've enjoyed Christina's character Plonk and you want to see me as someone other than Zoxa, you should definitely check it out. Our friend John joins us as well. It's a great group and we have a lot of fun.
Want more ways to keep up with what we're doing? Give us a like and a follow on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Just search up Reserve Inspiration and we should pop up. Show us your support. Keep up with everything we're doing. We also have a Discord server now. The link to that is in our Twitch as well as in our other social media bios. So if you want to talk some D&D with us and other people that watch the stream, share some memes, have a laugh, that's a good place to go. And for today's space fact, I'm just going to read it right off of the NASA website because it's worded so wonderfully here. But I've been thinking a lot about water in space because that's really fascinating to me. And it turns out that there's maybe water in space closer to Earth than you think. So according to NASA, Mars was once a much more Earth-like planet. It had a very thick atmosphere with abundant water and even global oceans. But billions of years ago, Mars lost its protective global magnetic field, which left it vulnerable to the effects of our sun, like solar wind and wild space weather and everything. But scientists estimate that Mars lost approximately 87% of the water that it had billions of years ago. However, that leaves a 13%, which I will talk about next week.
Ooh, to be continued. I like it.
Space
All right.
cliffhanger.
Well, do we have any other announcements today? No? All right. I think it's time for a recap. Emmy, you want to take it away?
All right then. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D, we found out that Kubrick can't hold his liquor and enjoys drunk piloting like the dummy we all know him to be. Speaking of piloting, he also alleged that he just knows how to fly. I suppose if he had gone to piloting school, then he might know that drunk driving is frowned upon. And of course, as if they could smell the booze, the police done showed up and ruined all the fun. But not to worry, we stashed a bumbling Kubrick and a violent Gherkin, and TT and Zinn took the helm, while the least suspicious of us greeted the officers. All was well until they got a little too thorough, so to combat their zone of truth spell, I threw some charm at them. My pal McDagger put on a cuddly show for our police guests. Zoxa used the most persnickety sword in the universe to block the door with a movable object, so Minerva could quietly escort a hulking, angry Gherkin to an already checked room, and we managed to escape space jail. My new besties escorted us to the Dreadnought Unity and warned us about all them there Gith pirates on the Mud Sector. Once we arrived, the party split up and left Gherkin on the ship to sulk some more. Minerva set off to find our main objective, Nolga team, and the rest of us headed out for some retail therapy. Very curious, though, that I had tripped over nothing, which is not entirely out of character for me, and looked up to see my long-lost friend, the Bolt 960. Maybe I'm just drunk, again, not entirely out of character, but my heart began to race at the thought of being reunited with my ship and the buttheads that stole it. And that is where we pick up today.
Thank you very much, Emmy.
And the buttheads that stole it.
Oh, such a good recap. Okay, so that's what we're going to be picking up today. Minerva, we're going to get to you in a second, but we are currently with the rest of the party, minus Gherkin, right outside the hangar D, landing platform, hangar D. And yeah, you tripped over nothing, stood back up, and as you did, the Bolt 960. What would you like to do?
Well, rub my eyes.
You all right over there, Emmy?
I feel like I've just seen a ghost.
Okay. What's up?
It's my ship.
Oh, it is.
Can I just like start running at it with my arms out?
You can. You do have to go backtrack a little bit to the door where you came into this corridor. But yeah, you can backtrack back around and then cut back in. Yeah, you can start running over to it by all means. Cooper just kind of like looks at you, Modi too, as you start running in. And do you guys think we should follow her in there, or?
I feel like I'm just gonna start following her. Like, not answer you, but just.
Of course.
Zox will just shrug and start walking into.
All right, Zin. You've never seen this ship before, because when you were, I guess we could say, rescued from the Halo ship's destruction, you were unconscious when you were brought back on this ship. So you've not seen this one before.
Probably just going to take a second to look at the beautiful monstrosity. And
And that is actually what it is. It looks like it's not super old, but there are just dings and dents and like little bits have been falling off. And yeah, it looks like it's a mess from the outside.
yeah, but like she knows that, it was stolen from her. So I think she's going to hang back a little bit and be like, I think I'm just going to wait a minute.
Okay. You hang out in the hallway, kind of looking through the glass into the platform. Zoxa, did you say you were heading in?
Yeah, I'm heading into.
All right.
I feel like while I'm walking, if Zoxa is next to me, I'd be like, it's so weird. I was just talking to her about this.
Modi's going to stay behind with Yuzin, but Kubrick is going to head up with the rest of you. And yeah, Emmy, as you get there, you kind of run up and you can see your ship in all of its glory. The hatch is closed. The gangplank hatch. It's closed up, but yeah, your ship is there for you. What would you like to do?
Can I hug it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's it's in landing. Its landing gear is out, so you can just go over to the little piece of landing gear, give it a hug.
All right. Does she notice anything different about it? Like what?
Make a perception check.
14.
14. I would say yes. You do know something slightly different, especially since right above where the hatch is, there's this really shiny metallic box that looks like it's been built in to like right above it. But that's the only new thing that you see.
Can I pry it off?
The box, you can try, make a strength check. I will say with the 14 perception, as you're kind of taking a look at it, you can see that it is welded on there. So it's going to be quite the DC.
All right. So we're just going to say that a 15 doesn't cut it.
That is accurate.
But at least I tried to get it off.
Yeah, you're trying to wiggle it. It doesn't even seem to budge at all. Whoever did this, whoever welded this on, seems to be a good craftsman.
Manny. Can I look around? Do I see any familiar faces?
Make a perception check. Yeah, go for it. What's everyone else doing while Emmy's kind of like running around the sides of her ship and whatnot?
Watching the crazy drunk woman
Yeah, I was
run around
gonna
the
say,
sides of her ship.
Standing there watching her,
Yeah.
like,
All right.
ship.
What'd you get, Emmy?
Nat,
What?
Nat 20. What a wait.
Well, unfortunately for you, you don't see any of those crew members. However, you do see a few workers walking around. They seem to be wearing like helmets and whatnot, and they're just kind of, making sure that all the ships are in tidy order and no one has anything illegal and things like that. They're just kind of doing sweeps if you wanted to speak with them.
I don't really want to tell them that it's my ship because if there's anything on it that I don't know about, don't necessarily want to report it stolen.
True.
Is there anywhere that I can go away and watch if they're coming up to the ship, if I can just watch them do a check on that one?
Well, the gun 792 is in the same hangar. It's just at the far end. So you could potentially hang out over there and just keep your eyes peeled to see if you see any of your old buddies coming in and out. But again, you don't know how long that would take. You don't know where they are, what they're doing. They could have gotten rooms. They might not be coming back for a while.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna kiss it goodbye for now, and then proceed because I need a drink now. I'm very depressed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. So you kind of turn back to the rest of them, and yeah, Kubrick's there with Zaxa and Tita. So are we going inside or?
Hey, did you see Doc?
I wish I did, my friend.
Oh.
We're just gonna have to come back for her. I just want to wait it out. I don't know. I don't really remember what happened when they ditched me, so I really don't know what's going on here. There's a strange box attached to my baby.
It's not huge either. It's maybe like 1.5 feet by like 1.5 to 2 feet, maybe.
I don't like it.
So do you want to then, you say you need a drink? We can go get a drink.
Yes, you're right. I can go get a drink, and I'm gonna.
All right, so yeah, you start setting the pace, and Kubrick's going to follow behind.
I'm also following.
Doxa.
I will not be following to the bar.
Is Kubrick like an alcoholic now? Did I ruin him?
It was just a suggestion for you.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, you make your way back to where Modi and Zin are. They've just been kind of watching, and yeah, Zin from a distance, you can see Emmy kind of like running up to her ship, hugging the metal leg of it, then kind of like searching around, looking around everywhere, and then giving it a kiss, and then heading back.
Her heart. That's just she's gonna give Emmy like a little pat, not on the shoulder, but like, it's okay.
It doesn't seem like much of a ship. She seems pretty torn up about it.
I don't know. I've never seen it before in my life, but obviously she cares about it, so.
Neither have I. Oh well. Hey, you want to go find out what they got here?
You know I do.
All right, and it's at that point where the rest of the group kind of catches up and meets up with you. Who's leading the charge?
I don't know. It depends on where people
Emmy
are going.
Emmy's leading the charge. I'm assuming you're continuing down that like southwestern hallway.
I feel like she'd be able to smell if there was liquor around.
Yes.
So she's gonna follow her spidey sense.
Your liquor senses are tingling in that direction. So as you all begin to start following Emmy, we're going to jump over to Minerva. Minerva, you started following the north passageway.
There's actually something I would have. I remember you asked last time if there was anything I wanted to do to prepare, and I said no, but I thought it was one thing I would like to do to prepare. And
What is it?
well, I know that I'm not allowed to bring weapons into the main part of the ship. So if it is permissible, I was going to take that 50 feet of rope that I have and use my sword to cut one 5-foot section and one 10-foot section. That's
Okay.
it.
Sure.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Yeah, that's the only prep she would have wanted to do. So, yep.
All right. Well, you begin to head to the north of the ship. As you once you get to a certain point where you can see, you actually pass by another platform hangar on the side. This was platform E. As you traverse by that and you make your way continuing north, once you hit the very end of the docking platform E, the hallway begins to kind of cut toward the northwest. And you continue to follow that for a bit, passing by a couple different hotels and different lodging places. There are some signs on the door if you would like to hear some of the names of these places.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so as you pass by what's this one here? It's 5. That one is yes, this one here. Lavish. It looks like there's it has all these beautiful like marble decorations on the outside. This one looks like a very high-end hotel, and this one is called the Silken Pillow. Once you take that northwestern curve and you continue on that direction, you pass by another one that looks very lavish as well. This one is called Fanta Suites or Fanta Suites.
Ooh.
And then finally, you pass by another as you come to the point, the very, very forward of the ship. You pass by the comfort zone.
The comfort zone.
Yep. Yep, the comfort zone. So that once you get to the point, you can see that the hallway, there's actually a beautiful observatory deck at the very, very, very forward of the ship. And you can see out for miles. You can see through that bubble that they have, like the protective shield bubble. And yeah, you have a good view of space beyond. You can actually see from where you are, you can see the large asteroid-like boulders from the Earth plane colliding with one another. And if you kind of peer out the opposite side, you can see, make sure I'm getting this right, you can see in the distance solid ice, a large wall of solid ice. But it is very, very beautiful, especially from this distance, taking up the majority of the sky.
Yeah, I bet. That sounds awesome. I think she wishes she could look at it for longer, but I think she's also just trying to move quickly.
Absolutely. You have, so you're at this point, now you're at this point, you can then decide to go due south, or you can go southwest. It looks like both passageways lead to a bunch of different buildings and stores and things like that.
Okay, so like they're both still places where people would ordinarily be walking around on this ship.
Yes, yeah, there's people all around you as well. You're kind of walking through, there's a tons of Gith. You can see the mustardy colored skinned humanoids. You can see a bunch of other humanoids as well. You see some dwarves, some Duragar, which are like a more ashy skinned dark dwarves. You can see there are a bunch of different genasi, whether they are fire or air or earth. You don't seem to see any water ones here, particularly, but yeah, there's you don't see any ASMR. You do see a devil here and there. There's some fiends for sure, but for the most part, everyone's just going about their business, trading, heading into stores and restaurants and bars and whatnot. But yeah, what'd you like to do?
In terms of which direction to go, is there one that the thread seems to be leaning more towards, or because
Fantastic question. Let's see. It looks as though with your thread, it is more south. If you were to follow the straight southern path, it seems to have a closer connection.
That's what I'll do.
All right, so you start to head down that way. I can give you a few restaurants and whatnot as you walk by if you care. You pass by the opposite side of the comfort zone. There's another door to the comfort zone. There is, oh boy, I can barely even read that. E3. You pass by Jolt. It looks like some sort of coffee shop.
Nice.
Then you pass by the bathrooms, just for anyone to utilize. Once you pass by the bathrooms, you can continue going due south, or you can head east. There's another.
We're going south.
Yep, south is definitely where your strand continues. So doing so, you pass by Bear Parts, which is a strip club. You pass by Yankee Doolin Dandy, which is a Gith Yankee fighting club.
Ooh, okay.
You pass by Hops Galaxy, which seems to be some type of ale and maybe wine bar. And finally, you pass by Fortune's Favor, which looks like some sort of casino. But then you come straight ahead to a door, which has this emblem above it that says the Hex. The pathway also continues to the west.
All right. Like the thread goes right to that door, or
The thread kind of well, it goes down into the lower level of the ship and kind of off to the eastern side a little bit
okay,
from
all
where
right.
you are currently.
Okay, so I need to be finding a way to the lower parts of the ship then.
Yeah.
I guess I would. I guess I would go like more east a little bit, see if I can find like.
Well,
you know,
there's no pathways or corridors that lead to the east from here. You can either go west or you can try to go into the Hex.
Oh, okay, all right.
Or you can go back the way you came. It's up to you.
You know, I'll go back the way I came a little bit. I want to like I'm basically just looking for any kind of like stairwell or
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah. So we'll have you give me an investigation check. You can be asking around and kind of searching and whatnot.
Okay, 10 plus 4.
14. Okay. It takes you a little bit of time. You're not really having any luck searching it out yourself. But you kind of ask some people. Some people just kind of push by you like they don't care. But you eventually get someone who's like, "Oh yeah, you got to go down the elevator, but it's restricted only for the Gith."
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no problem. Continues to move on. But with that, think about what you want to do, because we're going to jump back to everyone else now. So you are all making your way down the southwestern corridor. You pass by a couple of lodging locations as well. As you pass by, you go by the Armada Luxury Hotel. You pass by, what's number 2? Black Hole Hostel. And then you also pass by the Ectoplasma Lodge.
Good.
As you continue to circle around this hallway, you come to a point where it opens up to a different docking platform, platform C. This one looks much different than the one that you parked in, whereas the one that you parked in had tons of ships everywhere, small ones, large ones, everything was docked there. However, at this particular platform, you just see large crates, a bunch of different storage containers. You can see a bunch of like stacked barrels and all kinds of different materials. But this seems to be some type of cargo platform. Directly beyond that, on the left-hand side of the corridor, there is a lift. It can bring you, well, I don't say anything else. There's a lift. Then also directly across from that to the north, there is a hallway. And just beyond the lift door, there's an info box. So I will let you, Emmy, since you are leading the charge, what would you like to do?
No booze over here.
No booze. Not yet.
The info box, and I want to ask it where I can find.
All right. So yeah, you head over to the info box, and you see a Gith Zerai there. It seems to be feminine in form, however, bald on top of the head, and she does have a slight thin mustache that comes down, but no other facial hair like you would normally see on the men. And she's like, "Welcome to Unity. Can I help you find something?"
Yes, my darling, I would very much love something to drink.
Ah, you need to visit one of our bars. Now, are you familiar with the layout here? I'm assuming not.
No, ma'am.
Well, please return this upon your departure from Unity. And she hands you this tablet-like thing, kind of like an iPad almost. And she's like, "This will give you the schematics of this floor." And she shows you. And if everyone would like to go to Roll20, I will change up the Roll20 screen for you now. See if I can get this. Beautiful. All right. All right, so if you're all on there, these are the schematics for the ship. It is labeled by letters and numbers. All those letters, corresponding letters and numbers, are written around the edges here. There are shops, lodging, bars, eateries, and recreation. So, yeah.
What? Right. So I should probably show everybody the tablet.
That's up to you if you want to.
Yes, you should.
I'm gonna thank. I'm just gonna say thank you, and put my hand out and wait for a name.
Vera. And she put her hand out for you as well.
Oh, thanks so much, Vera. Your hospitality is much appreciated.
Well, if you thought so, please take the survey at the end before you depart. I would appreciate a 5-star score.
So,
Just gonna circle that on the receipt in red.
Yep. This is your code. Go to enter that. Vera is my name.
All right, I'm gonna start trying to do that while I walk back to everybody.
All right. So you kind of walk back to where everyone else is lingering at the lift. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but I switched up Modi's avatar on here.
Ooh,
Yeah, what's up with Modi?
yeah, who is that? What?
He looks a little less elderly.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd try. You should all have access to move you guys around. So you can do that as you'd like. But I have Gherkin on docking platform D, huddling over your ship. So, and Minerva, you are kind of to the north area, kind of almost in the center. I don't know if you can see yourself. You're wearing all black, so it's hard to see on the black surface, but
See her.
yeah, you got it. All right. So Emmy, you come back with the tablet to everyone. As you can see all the different names of the bars and whatnot that are there.
Which one sounds like the most ridiculous?
Well, there's Cosmic Brews. There's
Boot Liquors. We should go to Boot
there's
Liquors.
Clouds. Yep.
Yeah.
Hops Galaxy, Bootlickers, and Entertaining Amusements. Sorry, Entrancing Amusements. I'm trying to read really, really tiny writing.
Whoa, are those two near each other?
Yeah. So which one sounds the most interesting?
What was it? Bootlegger?
Bootlickers.
Bootlickers.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah. All right. So Emmy heads to B4, which is bootlickers. Where is that? There it is.
Oh my God, I'm way
I'll
over.
put Emmy there, or actually I put Kubrick there, and then you guys can just find it. And
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I definitely just zoomed out and then saw all the names.
all right. So as you begin to, if that's where everyone's headed, you head up that northern corridor, and then continue to make your way around the western side of this hexagonal building called the Hex. And yeah, you make your way up to a crossroad. And looking at the map, you can either go left or right to get you to your destination. Right, left's quicker, so you do that. Yeah, you can make your way. Like I mentioned to Minerva, as you're passing through these streets, you can see Gith Yankee and Gith Zerai just kind of roaming around, minding their own business. You can see that there are some Gith Zerai that maybe they're homeless or something, and they're just kind of like passed out in the corners. But there, you see Emmy, you see other genasi as you're walking around, a couple fire genasi, air, earth, on other humanoids such as like dwarves, maybe a gnome or two here and there, some fiends. Kubrick just shivers at the thought of the fiends. He's like, oh, I see those devils.
You're just gonna punch him and say, "Get yourself together, man."
Ah! Well, this bar looks. This bar looks.
See if any of them look like Bernadette.
Oh yeah, make a perception check.
Dirty 20, 18 plus 2.
Dirty 20. Passing through these streets, and as you see a fire genasi or two, you're like, ooh, I wonder if Bernadette's here. And you start like looking around and whatnot. Unfortunately, you don't see Bernadette. There are a couple of cute fire genasi though. They're walking together.
Okay, I'll probably do some up and down look-sees at whoever happens to walk by. I'll like stop, turn, walk into something because I'm like.
All right. Zaxa, I noticed that you did not bring yourself to bootlickers.
That is correct.
Modi is kind of hanging back with you. He's like, oh, you're not going to come, Zaxa?
I have questions for this info box.
Oh, all right. Do you want some company?
If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind staying with you. It's no problem. I don't need a drink anyway.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, he'll stay with you, and you head over to the info box.
Yes.
Welcome to the Unity. Is this your first visit?
Why, yes, it is.
How lovely. Do you need assistance getting around?
That would be appreciated, yes.
And she will hand you one of those tablets. She's like,
If there is something that looks interesting to you, click upon it, and it will give you more information.
Can I actually do that in Roll20?
no.
Damn. Worth a try. Very well, thank you.
My pleasure. Please do return this tablet to the info desk before departing Unity.
Of course.
And of course, if prompted for the survey, 5 stars would be lovely.
Yes, of course.
Can we all go talk to this lady individually? Just do that every time.
Did I complete my survey yet on my walk over?
Well, it's at the end, but you know, when you're handing it back, you can most certainly do it. Minerva, as you're kind of stalking these quarter hallways, you can actually hear a couple of your allies as they're walking down the street, just down the corridor, making their way. You hear bootlickers come out of one of their mouths, maybe Emmy. But yeah, so they're kind of like on the opposite side of this section of buildings right now.
Okay, all right. I think fondly of them and hope that they aren't causing too much trouble. I say, as I'm about to do something probably stupid.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. I want to just sort of if there's somewhere I can, like, if there's a bench to sit on, or just some kind of like, I don't know, place where I can just look like I'm sort of loitering around. I want to be somewhere inconspicuous where I can see that entrance to the lift, and I want to just watch for who you.
You cannot see the entrance to the lift from where you are. You don't even know where the lift is.
I thought that the guy pointed it out to me.
He did. You haven't made your way there yet.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna go that way.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you go south and then to the west and kind of cut around the hex and continue south. And as you are stepping toward the lift, you can see Zaxa and Modi, like two old people staring at this piece of technology like, is this the button? Or is this the way we're supposed to press this button? I don't know how this works.
Oh no, of course, it's this button over here. What are you doing? Put that down.
Right.
I think she's gonna she'll turn on the little communicator thing, and Modi doesn't have one right now. Yeah. So,
No.
yeah. So like
not.
just Zaxa can hear it. She's like, "You having trouble there?"
What? No, everything's fine.
Zaxa, what are you talking about? Not everything's fine. I don't know how to work this thing.
It's all like beep boop, making all kinds of noises.
All right, so Minerva, you head into the lift. As you step inside, currently there's no one else in there. But you
Wait.
see
The lift was only for the Gith people.
it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay outside of it and
Oh, okay.
watch it for a little bit to see who exactly is going in or coming out.
Yeah, so you can either loiter by let's see, you could loiter by the drudge retrieval, or you could loiter by the info desk, or if you really want to get a little edgy, you can go and hang out outside of Bavu's Blue Plate Special.
I'll loiter by either one that is not the info desk, because I don't want to be seen by people.
All right, yeah, I'd say the easiest spot to see the lift from is the drudge retrieval shack. So you can kind of hang out right outside there.
Right.
Yeah, and you can kind of keep your eye. Give me a stealth check just to kind of be inconspicuous.
Ooh, 18 plus 4.
Oh yeah, you're just hanging out. Kind of sit down, pretend to be one of those drunk Gith Zerai that you saw. Just keep an eye on the everything going on. Zaxa and Modi, what is your plan? Where are you trying to go, Zaxa?
Well, I'd be, if I know how to work it, clicking all of the recreational things to figure out what they are, in hopes that one of them is some kind of research library, blah blah blah, something like that.
Sure. So yeah, so as you're clicking them, the first one you click, R1 is bare parts. And clicking for more info, you see that it's a adult entertainment kind of strip club-esque situation. Both male and female.
Immediately click off that. No, we don't need that.
The next one, your favorite, Yankee Doodle and Dandy. It's Fight Club.
Same immediately, like, nope, still wrong.
Next one, Fortune's Favor, a casino. You can test your luck. Make some coin.
No, just as quick as the top two. Nope, that's stupid. Keep going.
Our fourth, Seraphina's Pleasure House.
That sounds fantastic.
It
has to be about
additional
books.
info. You see that it's a brothel and a spa, so you could utilize the spa treatments as well.
Slightly slower, but almost just as quick. Click off that.
R5 is called the Dying Star, and what that is, it's a huge performance hall.
Interesting. I'll click off that and look at the last one.
The final recreation spot is Zerai Key Restoration.
That doesn't sound like...
Sounds like a place I need to be going.
Indeed.
All right. Well, that was mostly unhelpful.
I don't know if something that you might be looking for, I don't know, it might not be specifics, but maybe one of the shops it has what you're kind of looking for.
That was my next list to go down.
Well, you are right next to Drudge Retrieval, which if you click that open and it says that it is it's essentially slave pickup. Once you purchase them at auction, you can pick them up here at this this box. The drudges is what they're called.
That's actually useful information.
The next shop is Hallelujah Overhaul, or ship repairs for your hull and other things.
Ah, perfect sense. Yep.
The next one is Chaotic Concoctions, some type of alchemic. Wow, I can't speak right now. Alchemist.
Okay.
Following that, there's Arnie's Arsenal, which seems like it's a weapons depot of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
There is Threads and Finery, which seems like it is like clothing and jewelry, precious metals and such.
A good shop, a respectable
Then,
shop.
then you see Mike's Mediocre Merchandise. It is a general merchandise store. And finally, you see Bedrock Quarries, which deals in precious stones, precious metals, just pretty much all that, especially since there's a large mining guild and mining companies around here that they do a lot of trade with that kind of stuff. But that's what you have for shops.
I believe I will head to Bedrock Quarries to unload this apparent 620 credits worth of gems I have.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I'm trying to not get Minerva in this.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Modi, come with me. You could probably use a little money of your own.
I wouldn't mind some money. Yeah, and he'll follow behind. Make your way there. Take you a little bit to get there. So we'll pop over to what you guys are at Bootlickers. So you guys head inside, and as you do, first thing, Cooper opens the door. Oh, this guy looks like a pretty seedy place. Kind of look around, and you can see just the patrons inside here. There's a guy with an eye patch, huge scar down his eye. You can see a couple of fiends that kind of like turn and look at you and kind of as you open the door. It looks like a rough place, but you can see all the liquor bottles along the wall. It looks like they have a keg ready as well. So yeah, enjoy yourselves. There is a bar on the eastern side of the building as you walk in. There is I'm hard pressed to call it a barn, but there is someone attempting music in the western corner. And then there's a series of tables around. A bunch of them are filled, but you don't see a ton of Gith in here. It's mostly, it looks like maybe people wearing dirty clothes, tunics and stuff, maybe miners or something along those lines. But yeah, bar is yours. Have at it.
Nobody's fighting yet.
At the moment, no. There's not a fight that has broken out yet. You do see a couple.
We just arrived, so the fight will just happen.
Yeah. Oh, like I mentioned, you didn't see any Gith Yankee or Gith Sarai in the bar, but there were a couple. Looks like maybe really drunk Gith Sarai huddled outside, kind of off like a little bit of an alleyway.
Well, before we do
first things first, we need a drink. So I'm just gonna walk over to the bar and.
Sure. Yeah, you head over, and from what you've seen so far, the Gith Yankee are very lithe, muscular but lithe, and this one, huge pot belly, just and he's got his hair is normally their hair just sticks straight up like as if it was like steel wool, but his is kind of parted in the center and kind of like folds over on the sides, and he's like, "Yeah, get you a drink."
Yes, I believe it. She'll turn around and like point at whoever's with her and see if they want a drink.
Oh, for sure.
Kubrick, yeah. I'll take nothing too strong. I gotta do some shopping. I go a little crazy when I'm tipsy when I'm shopping, so it's just one drink.
All right, so 2 shots and a Shirley Temple for my friend here that needs to go shopping.
I just said I can't be taking 2 shots. The Shirley Temple's fine, but
Wait, what? What was the first part of what he said?
he said, I just told you I can't take 2 shots, but the Shirley Temple should be fine.
Those are for you.
I grab his face and push it out of the way and just keep going with my order.
2 shots.
Just to make sure he was being that silly.
2 shots. House whiskey.
Sounds fantastic.
Very well. Anything else? What is this Shirley Temple you're speaking of?
Or perhaps just a glass of milk. For the lady.
I don't know what I got. I'll see.
He comes back like a minute later, and you see him pouring it out. Like little chunks are coming out.
He's like, here you go.
Yeah,
Pours the 2 shots, slides those over.
So this
It'll be
is me trying to poison Kubrick.
5 credits.
Okay. It occurred to me that I never gave back the 89 credits from before.
Well,
So
you've got some credits now.
I have 89 of them, and I will pay for that round.
All right, so you pay up that. He slides the 2 shots over, hands the glass of milk to Kubrick. Kubrick goes to sip it. He's it's like goat's milk or something. Slides it away. I'm good.
I'm gonna slip 1 credit at the always tip your bartender. Slip 1 credit at him while I'm laughing.
Well, thank you.
And he just continues doing his bar stuff.
So official, his bar stuff.
Yeah.
Very
So what's the plan? I mean, we got to get your ship back, right?
Yeah, I said I'd help with that. What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed. I didn't expect to see it there.
I know.
The shot really hurriedly. I don't know how to get it back because I don't know how I lost it. But I can tell you this, that it is the only thing in the world that I have ever really owned.
Well, then we have to get it back.
I agree. Plus, I want to fly it.
Wait, what?
Hey, that was a stipulation to me saving you and taking you off that asteroid.
Well, sir, if you're going to be my pilot, then I think we should get down to an interview.
Oh.
Whenever you're ready. Just not right now, because I need another drink.
Oh, I was going to say I'm ready now, but all right, that's fine.
Well, then I'm going to try and get at least 1 more drink before I speak with him about this.
Sure. Zin, are you having any drinks while you're there?
I will go up to Emmy though and be like, can I see the tablet? I just want to look at it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought I'll just hand it right over. You don't want to drink.
All right, so yeah, Zin, you can start looking around. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, she does need the circuit board that she destroyed, so she's probably looking for like stuff for like that realm of things. Like
Okay.
Other
Let's
things.
see. All right, so for the EMP cannon that you're building, Arnie's arsenal may have bits that you would need. Mike's mediocre merchandise may also. But for the circuit board,
you could probably go to Bear Parts.
I
They'll
would
definitely
say
have parts for you.
for the circuit board, I'm thinking probably Hallelujah overhaul would probably be the place I would have that.
Cool.
So you're just kind of playing around with the tablet. Emmy, Tita, anything else that you would like to do while you're just having a few drinks and cooling down?
I mean, I'm probably just looking around at everyone since
I feel like we could have done better with the music. Like Tita and I, we could have figured out something better than this really awful bard.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that like, are they playing the lute or are they just like hitting it? I don't know.
Well, let's just see if they need to take a break.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I'm just
So
gonna.
are you heading up?
Yeah.
All right. So as you're heading up, you see this what is she? I would say she's probably, yeah, we'll go with she is she's an earth genasi, a little stockier build, some larger boulders going on. And she, as you approach, she seems to be like all flustered. She's like, hello. Do you have a request?
I was wondering if we might be able to do, let's say, a collaboration.
Make a persuasion check.
she was playing Smelly Cat as we walked over.
Oh, this is the song that never ends.
Okay, 25.
25. Oh, yes, that would be fantastic. What do you play? What do you sing?
I want to play the song "I'm Your Captain." It's an older song.
I don't know that one. I could maybe try to keep up if you would like to lead.
Excellent. And then they'll just take off singing it. I won't put you all through me trying to sing it.
Well, then you should.
No, that's not fair.
At the very least,
I sound good.
at the very least, I need you to roll a performance check
Okay.
with disadvantage because she's backing you up and she's terrible.
She's like speeding up, slowing down.
He's in the wrong key.
Yeah, wrong key, not holding a tempo.
Why is it that every time me, the bard, goes to try and perform, I roll as poorly as possible?
What'd you get?
Total of 8. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, no, she's throwing you off. You know this song well, you know the beat, you know the tempo, you know the words, but her in the background is just, she's like Tita said, just speeding up, slowing down. She's getting louder, quieter. She's getting louder at the spots where you're trying to have like a solo part. It's terrible. It's all over the place. People are like, you get a couple of the fiends who are like, boo, this is awful. Get off the stage.
All right, that's it. She can't take this kind of rejection. She's gonna go right on over to the next place, see if everybody wants to come.
All right. So
B4,
what are we?
I feel like B4 sounds interesting.
B4. What do we got on B4? Hold on. B4. Oh, I just, instead of scrolling down, I just minimized my screen. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. So screen here. There we go. B4. No, you were at B4.
Yeah, B4 is bootlickers.
Oh wait. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
You can, again, if you want, you can click and on each one, and it will give you a little bit more information about each place. So you could have Zin, who has the thing, click on one if you wanted more info.
Or I could think real fast and just say, anybody else got some other suggestions? This place is a little past its prime.
I don't know, that Clouds place sounds pretty interesting.
So anybody has any
I was thinking maybe Cosmic Brews. No, Cosmic Brews.
Sounds fantastic. Where is it?
Cosmic Brews, I guess.
And then I just look at Kubrick and I'm like
Din, my
was
friend,
talking
are
about
you trying to go to another bar? I noticed you weren't having a drink. You want to maybe get some ship supplies?
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Good. Zin and I are going to leave the two of you here. Hopefully you don't get drunk and lost.
Excellent. Well, I'll be expecting us to have your interview very soon, my friend, sometime later this evening. Thank you.
Yeah, and he will exit with you, Zin. Minerva, you are watching this elevator, and yeah, at times you'll see Gith Yankee and Gith Zerai going inside and activating it and heading up or down. What are your intentions? What are you trying to do?
Okay. It seems to be like a pretty even amount of Githyanki and Githzerai. I was watching.
I would say that there's slightly more Gith Yankee moving through than
Right,
Githzerai.
Is there like an alleyway I can duck into, or anywhere where I'm not going to be seen?
Yeah. Not really. There aren't many alleyways. There's only a few around the bar area. This is pretty straightforward. You can kind of duck into the corner edge of where the restaurant meets the info box, but there isn't a big area to hide.
Okay. Do I remember seeing if there were any other alleys or corners that were more prominent?
You like way back in the early parts of your travel, but not by this lift.
All right. She wants to be super cautious and super sure about this, so she wouldn't mind backtracking to find one of those places, and then
Sure.
once she's like fairly certain that she's alone, she's gonna snap her fingers and cast disguise self to look like a Githyanki.
All right. So you try to hide from make a sleight of hand check to cast the spell without others noticing.
Ooh, okay. Well, it's mostly like I don't want others to see her transforming, so like that's why.
Oh, was if you'd rather do stealth instead of sleight of hand, you can do that because you're trying to hide your full body in the alleyway while you do so.
Alrighty. Ooh, okay. 15 plus 4.
Ooh, 19. All right. Yeah, you feel very confident that no one saw you transform. What are you transforming into?
I want to look like a Githyanki since slightly more of them were going into that elevator. Yeah,
Sure.
that's it. Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Yellow.
So you transform yourself. Is there any color and emblazoned color that you're looking to wear?
What were most of them wearing passing through that elevator?
Give me. Well, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 16.
Okay. You were definitely seeing, let me bring up my little notepad here, make sure I'm giving you correct information. You definitely saw a decent amount of, where are they? Blue clad Githyanki, as well as purple.
She'll go for the blue.
There were other colors, like there were Githzerai that were like wearing blood red robes. There were some that were wearing like this darker orange color robe. Then there were also Githyanki wearing like these whitish clear robes. You did see a few different ones, but those were the more prevalent ones.
Okay. She'll take on the blue.
Okay. So you adorn the blue emblem. And yeah, you look just like any other Githyanki in blue attire. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back to the elevator. I'm gonna go wherever the thread is, which is, I'm assuming, down.
All right. So yeah, you head into the elevator. As you step inside, you look at the walls, and there's a crystalline panel there. And it looks like there's some type of device. There's a little slot underneath. It looks like you can slide something in. But yeah, that's what you see.
There's no like down button.
At the moment, it's a blank crystalline screen, and then that little slot right below it.
How big is the slot?
It's probably about an inch by 2.5 to 3 inches long. An inch wide, and then 2.5 to 3 inches long.
Oh, You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm gonna step out, and then I'm gonna wait for someone else to go in and be like, oh, hold the door.
All right. So yeah, you could definitely do that. I would like a persuasion check from you.
Okay. All right. This is the only charisma-based thing I have a sort of modifier in.
Oh, good.
But even still, it's like an 11 plus 3.
Okay.
14.
Yeah. So you see this group of purple-clad Gith Yankee step on. There's about 4 of them. And you can hop on. Oh, hold it. You see one of them kind of just roll their eyes, hold you get in. And you see one of them. They have like these little very thin metallic chips or something, or sticks that they're putting in. And each one puts it in and then presses the floor. The screen lights up, and then they press whether they would like to go to the basement, floor 2 or floor 3.
Okay.
And each one goes and does that with their chip. And then after all 4 do, they kind of just like they sit there expectantly. One of them kind of looks at you as you don't move.
Oh, can I like ask one of them, like, I want to stand on the side of the elevator that's like absolutely not close to that thing at all. And then I just could you hit the basement for me?
One of them looks.
You know that you have to enter your code in order for the elevator to move.
Right. Well, I left my chip all the way in my hotel room, and I really don't want to go back and get it because it's kind of a long walk. So I was just wondering if you could do me a favor.
I don't think you understand. It does not move unless each being on here has a separate chip. You have to go all the way back. How do you not know this?
I'm new here.
Make a deception check.
The deception. She is new here.
There was no fight in the bar. There's about to be a fight in the elevator.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. All right. It's a +0, but I did get a 16. It's not a lie. I'm new here.
You're just gonna have to go get your chip then.
All right. Fine.
Now stop wasting our time and please exit.
Were any of them going to the basement?
No, they seem to be heading up to 2.
Okay. All right. So I'll just. Ooh. Where do they put their chips when they're done with them? Can I like try to steal one as I'm?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 7 plus 6.
13. You see one of them that he keeps it around his neck. That one might be difficult to snag, but a couple of them just put it back into a pouch, and one of them sticks in his back pocket.
Oh, iconic. I'm gonna try and take his.
All right, this is going to be a very quick sleight of hand check as you're exiting.
Yep. Oh, 19 4. 19 plus 4.
All right. Just really, really slyly and quickly. Thank you all, and just out of his pocket. Doesn't notice his back pocket. And then as you step out, the elevator closes and begins to move.
Amazing. All right, cool.
And right there is where we're going to take a quick break, and we'll pick right back up momentarily. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Alright, a lot's happened, but I don't want to talk about it more than I have to. Here's all I have to report. After accidentally releasing the entity from the center of the elemental chaos, my crew and I traveled to the planet Isgard to make some repairs on our ship. Isgard used to be my home before I lived on the Halo ship with the Spite team, a tactical team of 6 Asimar created by the angelic solar of knowledge, Azaziel. So setting foot on Isgard felt like a much-needed return at first. Of course, it wasn't too long before I ran into trouble. As some of my allies have surely been able to figure out by now, I have a memory issue, to put it lightly. On Isgard, I encountered someone who claimed to recognize me, and what were his words? "I'll kill you if I ever see you again?" Something like that. I had no idea who this person was, but he wore a mask very similar to mine, and he was very, very angry. Turns out he was called Number 1 and was the leader of an organization known as the Obsidian Order. I apparently used to serve this order, going by the designation Number 6. I'm glad I chose a better name for myself once I woke up. Anyway, despite Number 1 threatening to end my life should he see me again, I allowed myself to be captured by the Order with the intent of deceiving them and rescuing another one of my allies they had wrongfully captured. Little did I know that my own crew was mounting their own rescue mission for me. And I supposed it all worked out in the end. A ship with my own crew caught up to the ship I was on with the Obsidian Order just as we all came to the wreckage of a third ship. Unfortunately, it was one I recognized. The Halo ship with my former spite team. It had been torn apart by a gargantuan earth elemental. A few of my teammates, well, I'm not sure if I even could have protected them if I was there. I did find one of my teammates alive and awake, though, Nolgatame. Apparently, she used to work for the Obsidian Order too, under the name Number 4. Violent, angry, a drunk for power, Number 1 was relentless in finding her. I got to Nolgatame first, but I still couldn't stop her from joining him. She was very important to him, and he was able to restore her memories. All that time I knew her on the Halo ship, I hadn't even known her memories were gone too. A fight ensued. Number 1 deemed me more a nuisance than an ally, and tried to make good on his word of killing me. Now, I may be the one who's not able to remember much, but clearly he forgot how much of a fight I can give. He ran away in the end. Teleported away, actually, with with Number 4 by his side. I have no idea where either of them are now. But I convinced one of Number 1's allies to abandon him and join me, and my crew killed the rest of his order in their endeavor to rescue me. So, if I do cross paths with Number 1 again, well, I just hope it's not soon. But anyway, 1 and 4 retreated, my crew had found me, and the Halo ship was in pieces. Olve was dead. Onlum was dead. Zanesi was close to being dead when I found her, but we managed to get her to safety. I thought that Modi was dead for quite a while too, but turns out he wasn't on the Halo when it got attacked. He was able to regroup with all of us on Isgard, and I have to admit that having him and Zin around has been a light in a dark void. But, everything else is so dark. Plonk is no longer with our crew. She's not dead, but the entity that emerged from the elemental chaos came for her. Tita and I tried to stop it, but whatever that thing is, it's a kind of power I can't contend with. Yet. I can only hope that Plonk is okay wherever in the galaxy she is. Her departure weighs on me. I can't help but feel like I often fail to protect people important to me, or, at the very least, people I'm charged with. Some leader I am. I can't imagine what in the hell Azaziel was thinking when he made me the captain of my own crew. And speaking of, Azaziel seems to have gotten himself into some trouble as well, if the gruesome vision of him in my dream held any truth anyway. But I don't know how to feel, because now I have reason to believe that he took my memories. That is all I have to report.
First entry off Verdalk. My life was saved today. I was teleported out of a poisonous coffin onto a ship. The ship works off the elves' magic, but it's also technologically superior to anything on Verdalk. I found a book at the excavation site, as well as an interesting bag. I believe they are both magical. More research is needed. I'm to go with these new humanoids I've never seen before. We're supposed to stop something from happening? For once, I don't know what's going on. Entry 2. The others I've been traveling with are, well, useful in their own ways. 2 fighting types and a small thief. Good for protection, I suppose. I have discovered that the book I found is a spell book. The text is difficult to decipher, but I've been fairly successful. Entry 3. We failed. The elemental chaos we were sent to protect was destroyed, and an entity of energy burst forth from it. I am unsure of what this means, but I saw the impossible depths begin to freeze over. I fear the worst. Entry 6. We've made it to Isgard. We need to get a job, to get credits, to get our ship fixed. Such things are beneath me. There are Tritons here. They might be able to tell me about the state of Vidalk. I must travel to Muspelheim, a city under the water. Entry 10. Minerva has sacrificed herself for our safe passage. Those mercenaries took her to their hideout. I don't think they know who they're dealing with, the fools. We know where they are, and we know how to hit them. I'm starting to enjoy these frivolous battles. Entry 15. We are returning to Isgard, having successfully retrieved Minerva, as well as gaining a few new allies. Captain Strang, Zinesi, and another Vidalkin, Vunisa. At this point I've taken a life, but I've also saved Kubrick. Perhaps I should leave the heroics to the fighters. Entry 20. Now Plonk has been taken by the same entity that we released. This group's failures are outweighing the successes. I can no longer trust Minerva or Tita to protect me. I must learn more from my book. The progress is slow, but it seems more reliable.
So, what am I supposed to be doing again? Oh, right. Updating you about what I've been up to or whatever? Honestly, Green, a lot's been going on. I mean, I know I told you about my family already, and how I have my great-granddad T-Sip's pickaxe with me, because I used to be an excavator back on Pandemonium. Yeah, I say used to, because I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Been zipping around, actually, I don't even know where with this crew. Speaking of the group, they're fine, I guess. Not sure what I'm gonna do now, though, that Plonk is gone. She was my sidekick, you know? Used to carry her around everywhere with me. I mean, she was actually pretty frail and small. We got into so much trouble. Like that time we were messing around in the escape pod and then actually detached from the ship. Totally wild. Good thing I played that stellar video game so much, because I feel like it kind of trained me how to fly that thing. Another thing that's far out is this totally hot girl I met. And by hot, I mean she was literally made of fire. So fro and sexy, Green. Totally burned me, though. We messed around a few times, and then she just took off on a stolen ship. Guess that's why her name's Bernadette. So, I know you know I love smoking moss and making bongs. Damn, come to think of it, I've broken 2 already since I've been here, Green. Lost Genevieve early. Rest in peace, Jenny. And Riz, oh, so stellar. Rizzoli, our time was cut so short, girl. Too short. Speaking of moss, I almost forgot. I got a little daring and bought this, other stuff. A spray. Totally crazier trip, Green. We were out at this nightclub. Got this totally stellar vest to wear. I look fresh as Frel in it. Wait, what was I talking about? Anyway, who knows? We're gonna get caught up in something next. Whatever that is. I think we're going to Zox's planet soon. He's pretty sure it's frozen over. Dread like that is happening everywhere, Green. I heard some planetary news report that Pandemonium is under siege. Thrice and Fours fighting over surface territories? Sounds crazy to me, Green.
Hey there, my name's Zinesi, Zin for short if that's what you prefer. I'm what you might call an inventor of sorts. My vast knowledge surrounding magical technology allows me to design and create new items that can help make everyone's lives a little easier. One of my more known devices is a universal winged utilizer. Perhaps you heard of it. Anyway, I'm from a smithing guild in Brightwater, namely the Marketplace Eternal. I'm not much for the whole buying and selling of things, so my purpose was mostly just to make what was being sold. I also enjoyed sneaking into the back rooms of shops and observing what others were making. When I wasn't doing that, I was busy making inventions of my own. I think one of my favorites is definitely the gravity neutralizer. I've been inventing for as long as I can remember. Countless hours at the library poring over books about alchemy, welding, circuits, enchantments, anything I could get my hands on. When I wasn't in the library, I was sitting at my pa's workbench and tinkering with my new inventions and tweaking blueprints. I still remember my first invention. Long hours of editing and finalizing blueprints, testing prototypes, and eventually fixing prototypes. So thrilling. I guess that's what got Guild interested in me to start. Been working for them for a little while now.
And welcome back. So, where we last left off there, we saw Minerva snag one of the little key cards to get up or down in the elevator. And she's still in her Gith disguise, Gith Yankee disguise. But we're going to pivot for a second before we find out what Minerva does. And we're going to go to Zoxa and Modi, who have just made their way to, oh, please help me out. Where'd you guys go? You went to
The bedrock quarries.
Bedrock Quarries. That's right.
Sell these jams.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so you head inside.
Ooh, before I head inside,
Yeah.
I want to take out these gems.
Yeah.
And I would like to know what they're, I don't know if I actually know what they're worth. Just want to see if I could like figure out what they're worth so I know what I'm selling them for.
Absolutely. I believe I told you what they were worth when I gave them to you, but
You did, but I've written down 620 credits worth of gems. I just didn't know if Zoxa knew that it was 620 credits worth of gems.
Oh, he probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't know specifically, but you'll find out when they get appraised.
I am unable to appraise them in any way.
You can make an intelligence check, sure.
Perfect. 13 plus 3.
16. You think that they're probably close to, they could be maybe a little over like 550. You're not 100% sure, but with the haul that you have, it's a good haul.
All right, cool. Now I will enter.
All right, so you and Modi head inside. And you almost, this room is slightly odd, this particular shop. You have to kind of duck down a little bit to go inside because the door is not as tall as all the others. And when you head inside, there's a dwarf woman who is, she's got like the thick mutton chops on the sides, but no other facial hair. And as you enter, she kind of whips around from whatever she was doing. She was facing the wall or the counter behind her, just whips around. Oh, hello. Are you looking to purchase some jewelry?
Quite the opposite, in fact. I have gems to sell.
Oh, indeed. May I take a look, please?
He'll show them.
And she gets one of those little like monocle things and she starts inspecting the gems carefully. Oh, quite a bit of them, I see. She starts fiddling through. Do you have the diamond in there, or did you take the diamond out?
Oh no, the diamond's not in there. I'm keeping the diamond.
Oh, well, now are you looking for store credit? Are you looking to purchase anything, or are you just looking for credits?
Just credits for me.
Ah, I see. Very well. And she continues her inspection. Anything you want to do while you're waiting? Because she's just going to take care of it.
Just take a look around, see what else is in the shop, because I don't know.
Yeah. There's some crude jewelry. It looks as though this isn't so much of a shop where she sells to patrons specifically. It looks more like whatever stones and metal she gets in, she then crafts into finery, nice jewelry and other things that she can sell to the threads and finery store to then make a profit.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you're ever looking for any type of gems or stones, you need them for components, this is the perfect place to come. She has all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it looks like she does more of a trading type situation with miners. So she looks, she's like, judging by the amount and the quality, I think I could probably give you 470 credits.
Now, it isn't exactly my area of expertise, but I was under the impression that I might get a little more for these.
In some locations, possibly. However, I need to make a profit myself, and this is how I do it. Slightly underpay so that I can make a bit of a profit. If you don't like those terms, there is no one else to go to. So good luck.
What do you say to 490 credits?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Do I even have persuasion? I do.
Oh.
Haha. 12 plus 3.
15. 490, you say? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
400.
Yes.
490. Let me see what I need for gems at the moment. If it's something I need, then I suppose I can spend a little bit more. And she heads to the back room. She's gone for a couple minutes, and then she comes back.
Look over at Modi and just.
Oh yeah, you got her on the edge of the hook. You got this one. She comes back out, and you seem to have some emeralds here, and I'm a bit shy on an emerald at the moment. I suppose 490 will do.
Great. He'll hand the gems over and with his chip.
Yeah, she'll take that and she plugs it into a small machine, and then as she hands it back, you can see on the screen that it has plus 490 credits added to it. So whatever you have, plus 490 now.
I had 5.
She says, now if you need and she kind of like looks at the books that you have attached to your hip and whatnot. Are you an arcane caster of sorts?
Why, it just so happens that I am.
Well, if you have any need for gems, I know certain spell components are necessary for spells. I have them here if you need them.
That is very good to know, and I will keep that in mind. Although I do believe. Well, now that I look in my book, it does seem that I might be shy on a bit of gold dust.
Oh, gold dust. I have plenty of that. Sure. How much do you need?
Well, I'll say 3 bags worth at least 25 apiece.
Very well. And she will deduct 75 from her 490 total, giving you 115. Oh, sorry, 415.
Perfect.
And she'll give you 3 little pouches filled with gold dust. Anything else that I can help you with?
I believe that is all for me for now.
Very good. Well, it was a pleasure. Please come visit us again.
Oh, I think I will. And he'll head out with Modi.
Okay.
It seemed like a pretty successful trade you did there, Zaxa.
Yes, I believe so. Oh, I never gave him any of the money. Damn.
I have a chip, a credit chip, if that's what you're worried about.
Well, no, can I just do it from my chip to his?
Yeah, it's like, technology nowadays. You can tap your phones together and send money to each other or whatever it is. You can do the same thing.
Just Bluetooth those funds.
Yeah. Venmo.
I'll give him 100 credits.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Zaxa. Appreciate it.
Well, you do a lot for this party. I want to make sure you're happy.
Oh yeah, of course.
And well compensated.
I gotta remind Min, she's gotta hand out some of those funds from the underwater thing.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know how much is left, but I'm sure the rest of the crew wouldn't mind.
That is a good point. We'll have to bring that up with her later.
Anywhere you'd like to go now?
Not in particular, I don't think. Probably threads and finery.
Okay. You can start making your way there.
Head down that way. I need some new robes.
New robes.
But I just gave
you just got a crinkled up robe from.
Yeah, it's all crinkled and.
Oh, come on! It's been hanging up for a while now. It should be not crinkled anymore.
Are you wearing it, by the way? Is it like attuned and everything?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. I did update your AC on.
Good.
Our
yes, I'm in double
stuff.
digits now.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so I think that at this point, Zoxel, you're making your way with Modi to Threads and Finery. We will hop back over to I think it's let's go with Zin and Kubrick.
Get that hat on.
Come on, man.
All right, Zin. So we're going to the ship repair place. What was the name of that place again?
Hold on.
Got the tablet.
Yeah, she's gonna look at the tablet and try to remember. Is it Hallelujah Overhaul? That's the one.
Hallelujah Overhaul. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's head on over then.
Sounds good. All right, so the two of you make your way on. Now that you have this tablet, it's so easy to find where things are. You don't have to search around. You just know essentially where everything is immediately.
Nice.
So yeah, you make your way to Hallelujah, which that's what S2, I think.
Correct.
Yeah. So you make your way there, and let me just check my notes, make sure we're good to go there. Where's Hallelujah?
Do we see them in the hall? Because we're in the place right next door.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as you're walking to the bar and they're walking to the place, you guys are like, all right, yeah, we'll see each other later, and then you step out and then you walk the same direction and you're like, oh, it's that awkward moment where you have to go the same direction and then you walk the same path pretty much to get there. All right, but yeah, Zin and Kubrick, they head inside. You step inside, pretty busy. You can see that there's walls of different types of sheet metal. There's different small components like circuit boards and other things. They have a whole section of that. You can see that there's a section for the arcade dust, which is very necessary for powering the engines. There's all kinds of things here. So you could probably find what you need depending on what it is. But yeah, like I mentioned, there's some people around. As you walk in, you see there's a fiend there, a little spine devil kind of guy. He's talking to this shorter, kind of chubbier guy off to the side. You see a couple. You see a fire genasi with an air genasi. They're just kind of talking and kind of pointing out different materials. But you see a Gith Zerai kind of just from underneath the counter just kind of pop up. Hello. Do you need some ship supplies?
I was wondering if you guys have I'm looking for a circuit board. I think that's the only thing that I need from here.
Oh, very well. We have many circuit board options. What is it for in particular?
It's for a type of cannon.
Weaponry. I see. Yes, it should run you about. Give me one moment, and he kind of just starts some calculations.
You're looking at 143 credits. I can certainly accommodate. And he kind of pulls out this chip. It looks very almost identical to the one that you fried. It's maybe like a newer model.
Okay.
But if you have the credits, then this, of course, is yours.
Mm. Yeah, all right. Sure.
Very well. And the transaction is complete. You can subtract 143 credits.
Woo.
Kubrick. Yeah, we're gonna need some sheet metal. We sustained some damage on our last trip. I don't know what you got. He starts just perusing around, and then you see Zin. You see his eyes kind of go wide as he turns and looks toward the sheet metal section. And he kind of like all of a sudden gets real nervous and kind of like turns to you. He's like, Zin. He points over to that fiend and the pudgier gentleman. He's like, I'm pretty sure that's two of the guys from Emmy's crew. Stupid devil guy and then Manny.
Oh.
Of course it's Manny.
What are we supposed to do? Should we do something?
Well, I don't have a communicator. Minerva won't give me one. So if you want to reach out to Emmy and let her know.
Yeah. Since I know that she's like literally right next door, I'm gonna just talk to her and be like, Emmy, Kubrick says that there's some of the people from your ship in the next shop over.
Wonderful.
Should we do something about that? Do you want to handle that yourself?
She's saying. What's she saying?
Do not engage.
You got it, boss. So leave him
Am I
alone.
at the bar yet?
Does she want us to fight him?
Oh no. We're mind our business.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
With
What is Kubrick Scrappy Doo? Like, what the hell is this?
He's like, oh, they might notice me. And he kind of like takes the hat off. He's like, I should be better.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh God, put it back on.
Wait,
Yeah,
Emmy,
yeah.
you're at the bar, yeah?
Yeah, you and Emmy are at the bar right next door. So we'll cut real quick to the two of you as Emmy, you get this message from Zin.
What just happened?
Sorry to interrupt. You just walked in. This place is fancy. It's got like the crystalline glasses all around. You can see all these like brightly colored liqueurs and all kinds of things. Martini glasses just everywhere. And everyone in here is wearing like beautiful finery robes. And yeah, it looks like a very expensive bar as you walk inside.
So first we're gonna walk in. I'm gonna see all that. I'm gonna look at myself in my my hippie vest and everything and be like, oh, just like.
Yeah, very, very quickly as you walk in, you see this host kind of run to the door. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but your attire is lacking slightly for our dress code. I'm going to have to ask that you return in something else.
Rude.
It is
All
rude
right,
for you to walk into this establishment dressed the way you are.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be severely offended, and I'm just gonna say, well, this place looks like a dump anyways. Did you see that? Was that a bug? I swear there's bugs in here.
Would you keep your voice down?
You say that and then I'm like, yeah, I'm right here.
Please.
I meant rats. There's rats.
I don't wish to get the guards. Please just leave.
Greasy, oily rats on the way out.
As the door is closing behind you, you just see him just give like a brush himself off, even though he wasn't even touched by you. But yeah, You're now standing in the corridor outside this, what was it, the Cosmic Bruise?
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
worth a
good, I'm
try.
already in the hallway. Great.
So any chance, my friend, you might feel like a confrontation?
Who, me?
Well, not me and you, but you and me versus
Oh, yeah.
etc. Excellent. Follow my lead.
Sure thing.
All right, so Emmy, as you lead Tita to the next building down, as you're walking into the establishment, you can see that Kubrick has his hat off. He looks as though he's kind of like crumpled and tried to fold it. He's kind of like hiding it in his duster. He's
I'm
like,
gonna look at him and I'm just gonna say, "Put your hat on, you idiot."
he's being super like, just he's like looking around, like super suspicious, like. Zin's just sitting there, just doing her normal thing. He's like looking. He's like,
"What's up with Kubrick?"
"Oh, Tita,
Up with Kubrick.
Tita, look!" And he points over to where you see Punch and Manny.
So then I will obviously look and see. I'm assuming I recognize them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I will hit Emmy and then kind of lean in and be like, "Is this that confrontation you were talking about?"
Yeah, so as you guys are having this little conversation, the four of you huddled behind one of the shelves, you see the two of them just kind of walk by the end cap right by you. Punch just looks over directly at you, Emmy, and he just kind of turns back and continues to walk and then stops and then slowly turns back. He starts elbowing Manny.
I'm just gonna give them a.
I will do that as well. She's doing it, so I'm gonna do it with my top and my other arms as well.
They're very upset. Very upset. Kubrick will put his crumpled hat back on, and he will just do the same.
No, we're all just
Want to be like,
Shut up, Kubrick.
he didn't say anything. We're like, shut up.
And you see Punch is there, and he's like, well, hello, Emmy.
Yeah, hi.
What a surprise to see you here.
Yeah, I bet.
Indeed.
I don't know what to say. And then Manny's like, Manny no say.
Yeah, I bet Manny no say. I get it now. I get it. All right, Manny.
But yeah, no, Punch kind of looks at you and he's like, so what do you want to do about this?
Well, that all depends. Did you bring my ship here to bring it back to me, or do you plan on holding on to it?
Well, I will let Manny explain that. And he taps Manny on the back and then just kind of turns and starts to walk away. And Manny's like, all right, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've worked for you for a long, long time, Emmy. And you've always treated us like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure you can agree with that, right?
Yes, I'm waiting for a point.
You just see Punch's head kind of pop out and be like, and you punch me all the time, and you don't call me by my actual name.
All right, so I admit there some mistakes were made.
And then Manny's like, so when you were just passed out, wasted one night, we decided, let's just ditch her. If it wasn't for, what'd you say, Tita?
Totally uncool.
Yeah, I mean, I could deal with the abandonment and all, but what I can't deal with is the theft.
What's also uncool, Emmy, is treating us as second-class citizens while you parade around your ship. I get that you're the captain, but you can at least treat us with dignity.
This coming from a man who has never not once spoken more words to me than he has just now.
Yep.
All right. Why didn't you say anything like, let's say, years ago?
Opportunity knocked, and I figured I could probably captain a ship better than you.
Okay. I don't necessarily like where this is going, but I'm gonna go ahead and nip this in the bud. What I think you did was you stole my ship. I don't really care what you think I did as a boss. I don't really care what you think of me as a person. I really just care that you stole my ship. And I'm gonna allow you to buy it off of me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want?
Well, I think first we should do a walkthrough and we can chat about it.
Okay. If you don't mind, first I would like to contact Rocky so I'm not ambushed on this walkthrough. But other than that, yes, I would most certainly like to do that, Emmy.
Interesting. I suppose we'll be in touch then. You have your Rocky, or my Rocky, as it were.
As it were.
It's a shame we couldn't all be friends, although I do think that I have a new set of friends that might possibly have my back, unlike most of you.
Well, if the paths had, if you traversed your path differently and, maybe you were a little nicer to us, then we would have all been family, but...
Oh, that's great. I'm not looking for a sermon. We'll be in touch shortly.
Very well. It was interesting seeing you, I suppose. And Punch is like, yes. And do remember that my name is Eugene. And he looks at you when he says that, Emmy.
I wouldn't remind people of that.
He just scowls, and the two of them head out of the store.
Does that count as vicious mockery?
If you'd like it to, sure.
Yes, I would.
Oh, Lord.
That is a 12 for the save. So what is it, 2d4 and something disadvantage or something on the next? There's no attacking going on, but
yeah, it's just psychic damage. Like he's gonna be hurt.
Just psychic damage.
Said 2d4.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right, so it's just 3. But
3. Well, yeah. It's as the two of them are leaving. Is it Emmy or Punch that you're trying to? I mean, sorry. Is it Manny or Punch that you're trying to vicious mockery?
It was what Punch
Well,
was.
that was Punch, yeah.
Punch, yeah. So as you see Manny and Punch start to walk away, all of a sudden, as you kind of yell that out, you just see Punch go, like look back at you and just keep
walking. Can I then blow
Manny.
a kiss at him and then keep walking?
Very good. All right. So Minerva, you have just gotten this ID card or ID chip or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, you're now currently just outside the lift.
I was gonna ask, is there any sort of thing on the card that distinguishes who it belongs to? Like, is it an actual like ID thing or just a elevator operating thing?
Looking at it, it is just a thin piece of metal. There's no markings, there's nothing on it. It's just like on a chain.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to get back in the elevator and slide it in, hit the down button.
All right, as you step in, you see two Gith Yankee who are like, ah, hold it. You see they're wearing like a red emblazoned symbol for the Unity ship.
How far away are they?
Oh, not far. They're just they're pretty much right there.
Okay, all right. I guess I'll hold the door then.
All right. Oh, thank you. And the female that's with him nods. And they both pull their chips, stick it in. You see they both click the basement. Same as you. And yeah, it begins to descend into the lower level. And as it opens up, and let's see. Yep, as it opens up into a very thin hallway that just leads, from what you can tell, it's further than what you can see in the low light that's in here. It seems to just go all the way to the front of the ship.
Okay.
And you can kind of see larger, like, what are they, like warehouse style doors, like gate type doors. There are 6 of them, and they are placed, every 150 feet or no, like that's not true. These things are like a mile long. So it's about a mile in between each of the doors. So you can really only see the first set of doors.
Okay. All right. I'll let them exit the elevator before I do. I'll hang back a little bit.
Yep, they just start to walk down the hall.
I understand that this is a narrow hallway, but I am assuming that I'm going to be going to other places, and I want to try to be quiet. So as I'm just like standing back there in the elevator by myself, she's just going to like do this little movement and cast Pass Without Trace on her.
Okay. Obviously, that doesn't hide you in plain sight, but it helps with keeping you hidden from magic. And if you're in the shadows or kind of slinking around, much better chance. Okay, very good.
Not slinking for sure.
But they just seem to be walking the same as you. So you're kind of keeping pace with them, unless you want to stay back a little bit.
Yeah, I'll stay back a little bit. But like, can I see the thread at this point, or is it?
Yes, the thread is continuing down the hallway, but not straight down the hallway. It kind of cuts off to the right a little bit,
all right,
further
so
down.
I will veer right once it goes in that direction.
Mm-hmm. All right. So very slowly, eventually, after you've been walking for some time, probably over a mile, they start to they stop at the door on the left hand side, and you see that they have their little chip cards. They slide in, the door opens up, and the 2 of them head inside, and then closes back behind them. Now you are, I would say maybe you were keeping like a 200-foot distance so as not to be noticed. You can kind of slink your way up. There's one of those kind of gate doors on the left and one on the right, and as you approach this general area, the strand goes directly to the right as you approach that gate door.
Right. Well, yeah. I'll just put the little chip into the door on the right and keep following the thread.
Yeah. So you put the chip in, and you hear, beep, and there's a little red light that flashes.
Ooh, okay. Does is the slot shaped any differently? Is there any sort of indication about it taking a different chip?
It looks exactly the same as the other slots that you were using in the lift.
All right. Can I try another door and see what it does? I want to see if it's exclusive to this door. Maybe whoever I stole this from doesn't have access to it, or is it all doors?
So there's a door directly across the hall, the one that the other 2 went into. And then you don't see any other doors because they're about a mile away in either direction.
Okay, all right. I think, and this is like it's like a narrow hallway. Like there's not any sort of
It's large enough that like if someone were to bring large crates up and down the escalator, they could get them into these rooms. But
Okay.
it's narrow enough where like not even your fighter pod could fit in the hallway, but you could definitely get like large barrels and crates and stuff.
Okay. Are there any said barrels and crates lying about in the hall?
In the hall, no. The hall is actually it's just open all the way, and they have lights like you've never seen before. They don't seem to be magical in any way, and it's not candlelight or like firelight, so it's odd. They're built into the ceiling.
Okay. All right. Hmm. I'm gonna walk down the hallway a little bit more in the direction past the door. I just want to I want to put some distance between myself and that door, and I want to watch. I want to see if anyone goes in or out of it.
You're talking about the one that you tried to get into but couldn't?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's up to you. You can try to go just far down the hallway. Again, like I said, there's nothing to hide behind. So you're just relying on the shadows in the far distance.
Yep.
So yeah, you give me an intelligence check just to see if you can choose an area far enough to not be seen.
12 plus 1, 13.
Yeah, that's basically enough. So yeah, you can kind of head down that hallway, keep your eyes peeled. Some time passes. How long do you want to stay here?
She's not doing anything else. Like she's ready to stake it out for a while. Like
Okay.
she's got no other objective right now.
Yeah. So you see, maybe like half hour goes by, and you see those same two red emblemed Gith Yankee head out, and they have, it looks like some type of pallet jack with a pallet on it, and then some type of crates. One of the crates looks open. If you want to get closer, you can try to see what's inside, but if not, then no idea.
Where are they going? Are they like?
They're not heading in the direction you are. They're heading back to the lift.
Okay. Would either of them, by any chance, have put their chip in their back pocket?
Let's see. We'll roll. Unfortunately, you don't see any chains dangling.
Damn. All right.
It's actually at this time that you can now start to hear metallic footsteps moving towards you from beyond where you haven't even gone yet.
Okay. So if I want to see what's in that crate that they had, like, are they going to be able to see me, or is there a way for me to like walk behind them and like peek over?
You can definitely try to do that. That's completely up to you. Chances are they're going to notice you, but you're pretty stealthy.
This is true.
Should still have pass without trace on, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I did have a question about pass without trace. So it says it gives a +10 bonus to stealth and stuff. Is that just like a solid you get a +10, or is that +10 to whatever you have? All right.
Yeah. So if you have a 5 in stealth, you're effectively getting a +15 to whatever your roll is.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I'll try to stealth a little bit closer to them and see if I can sort of peek at what's in that box then.
Sure,
Yeah.
give me a stealth check.
All right. Cool. Ooh. All right.
It is at disadvantage because, like I said, you have nowhere to hide, so you're just trying to slink up behind them and kind of peer in.
Okay. So I rolled an 8, and it's +14.
So that's 22.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't seem to notice you, especially not with 2 natural 2s for their perceptions. You kind of peer as best you can into the crate, and you can only see about halfway in. But from what you can see, it looks like it's heavy artillery, like heavy machine gun type artillery. And they are just, they've got multiple crates of that they're moving.
Okay. All right. And I'm assuming that the door they came from is closed.
It is, yes, correct.
So, I don't want to leave yet, but I still want to. I still want to check things out for a little bit. You said that there was like a I heard footsteps coming from the other direction,
Yes,
and they
they're
sound like metallic.
approaching. Yeah, maybe like metallic boots or something.
Okay. Do they sound like how the other?
Yes,
Gith are walking?
the other Gith, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm just I'm going to just walk towards them and walk by them. Like I'm gonna make like I'm just going down that direction.
Sure. So yeah, as you continue to pass by, you see two in. They're also wearing that red color, but the other two that you just saw. These two making their way down, and you can see they have like these long poles of some sort, with the ends of them kind of wrapped up just over their shoulder, and the two of them are carrying them. And as they pass you, one of them looks over and he's like,
Ah, did you get a good haul this cycle?
Oh, well, I actually haven't gotten it yet. I'm looking into it soon.
But your ship has already arrived. What do you mean you haven't gotten the haul?
Maybe I overlooked something.
make a deception check.
Ooh, 18.
Well, you better get your story straight, especially since the auction is in 2 days.
And they kind of push by you and scoff at you as they continue.
Were any of them having their chips in their back pocket?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, so they pass by. You want to do?
So after they're a little bit away, I'm gonna go back to that door. Does it look like is there any sort of like I guess I'm wondering if there's any sort of way I can pick a lock or break the lock or do something that would like,
Well, I will tell you this. This isn't like a regular door.
Yeah.
This is like one of those whoosh doors that goes up. So there are no handles. There's no, the only thing is there's that crystalline panel on the side with the small slit for your chip. That's literally the only thing. Otherwise, it's just a solid metal sheet door.
All right, okay.
But the strand is pointing directly into this room, right through that door.
And it's like it's like a metal door.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I could like break it down.
No. You can certainly try if you'd like.
No. Amazing. I think how long did that door stay open the first time? Like when she saw the other one whoosh open and then shut?
Oh, it was pretty quick. It seemed to be maybe sensory. Like once it notices that there's no one there, like they've walked in already and there's no one in the way of the door, it just closes on its own.
Okay.
But if you'd like to contemplate, I can move on.
Because okay, like I have an idea forming, but I don't know if.
Yeah, form that idea, and we'll move on. We'll come back to you.
All right, Zach, so where are we going next?
I wanted to look into threads and finery. That sounds like an upscale store.
Oh, yeah. I got some credits now. I could get some new robes. A little style a little bit.
All right, so, what am I wearing? Yeah. So I head into threads and finery.
Mm-hmm. You come in here and Zoxa, there is an elf, female elf waiting the counter. She is in bright green, like a bright green dress with the little like poofs on the shoulders. She has long strawberry blonde hair. And as she turns, her very long ears kind of, you see them kind of like almost bounce around as she turns her head. Hello. Welcome to Threads and Fineries. Can I outfit you in anything today?
He just stares for a second, intrigued. Because he hasn't seen an elf since his planet.
Since he was like what, like a couple of years old, really, like 10 years old, I think, right?
Yeah. Just for a second. Just looking at the merchandise.
Of course. Feel free to browse as long as you'd like. If you have any questions or you need measurements taken, I can certainly help you.
Of course.
And you see her, she kind of turns, and with the flick of her wrist, you see whatever she was working on, this cloth kind of lifts up in the air. And without her using her hands or anything, the stitches begin to start to stitch itself and just in midair. And you can kind of see her focusing on it with her hand as she goes.
I'm liking this one, Zach. So this one, it's a little dark. I think Min would like it. What do you think of Min?
He starts to like. It's all black robe.
Too black? I don't know.
For Minerva? I don't think there is a such thing as too black.
For me.
Oh, for you. I don't know. Are you the healer of the group? You want black robes?
Yeah, isn't it a good idea for the enemy not to see me?
You may have a point there.
I'll get these robes then. Whoa, no, look at these.
And he starts to move on to another set. What would you like to do?
Follow him around for a bit. This is entertaining. What about these? I'll show him like the bright ones that like I have. Like, oh, what about these ones? Nice and bright.
Yeah, it puts too much of a target on your head. I like those blue ones Tita gave you.
Yes, they are quite my style, I believe.
Yeah, they look all right.
Everyone's a critic.
Yeah, but he'll just bounce around from all different stuff. He seems like he's in his element shopping. He's like, oh, look at this hat. And he's kind of like putting it on like sideways. He's like, and he's just running around the store, looking at all this different stuff.
Retail therapy, like I said.
Zaxa suddenly gets thoughts of Plonk. It's just like,
yeah. Hearts, all the hearts. Okay. So if do you want to purchase anything, or are you just kind of following Modi around?
He also does have this silver pendant still, so he wants to go. He'll go to the elf and just. Actually, I think I did have a question for you.
Very well. How can I assist you?
And he'll give her the pendant, and just kind of be like, "What can you tell me about this?"
Well, it's a bit tarnished, but it's quite old. She kind of like gets, just like the gem person gets out one of those little magnifying glass things and begins to look at it. She's like, well, it's certainly platinum, for sure. And you can tell, and she kind of holds it up and she's like, look at the scuffing here. You can tell that it's been worn down over time, maybe against something really rough. Rocks, perhaps?
Yes, it was found underwater in amongst some rocks.
Well, I can't tell you specifically where it came from, but I think that I could probably buff these scratches out and resell. If you're willing to sell, of course. And then she kind of like, one moment. And she like, you see her mutter something under her breath and her eyes begin to glow this bright green color. She looks at it. It is not magical, although your robes, may I take a look at those?
Wow. Just like opens his lab coat.
Quite the robes. Oh, defensive. Very nice. Well, if you're looking to sell those, I might be interested in purchasing as well.
These robes are not for sale. I am not that defensive of a person.
Understandable. Are you one to find yourself in combat quite often?
Unfortunately.
Oh, yes. I took up a life here where there is no fighting allowed, except, of course, in the fight club.
Yes, that does seem interesting. What exactly is this fight club?
Oh, it's just Gith Yankee who want to show who is the tougher one. It's, toxic masculinity, if you ask me.
Barbarianism.
Exactly.
What do you think about this scarf, Zaxa?
You're like,
Shit.
and she turns, just charming, my dear.
Yes, it's very good.
So are you interested in selling?
I was wondering if you could restore it.
Oh, I most certainly could. For a modest price, of course.
Of course.
Yes, I would certainly enjoy that. And she's like, if you don't mind, and she'll take it from you.
Yeah.
Judging by how deep these are, maybe come back either end of day tomorrow or the following morning. Should have it restored.
Very well.
Lovely. Well, it was a pleasure. My name is Visura. And what is your name?
I am Zaxazior.
Zaxazior. Very well. And she seems to make a note. I don't have I can give you an estimate, but not an exact amount this will cost. Looking at it, it's probably going to be about 20 credits, but it could be a little more, a little less, depending.
Very good. I shall return for it tomorrow.
And as you say that, you see Modi come over. He's just got this huge pile of clothes in his hand.
Yeah, I'm going to get all these.
And he just puts it down on the counter. And she's like, oh, of course. And she starts to ring in the prices and everything. She's like, that will be 67 credits. And he's like,
oh, yeah, no problem.
And hands the chip and pays. And he's got these huge shopping bags.
All right, Zaxa, where are we off to next?
That's great.
And I think with that, we're going to pop over to Emmy, Tita, and Kubrick and Zin.
And
You
Zanesi,
all four of you
yes.
were there. That's right. All four of you were together. So you just finished that little, I guess we can call it a conversation with Punch and Manny. They have left, leaving the four of you inside this shop.
Wait,
I'm
where
going
are
to
we?
turn
You're
and-
in the ship repair shop.
Oh, okay.
Hallelujah. Overhaul. So we're gonna kick their asses, Emmy?
No.
Why not?
Now, hear me out. Why shouldn't I have them pay me for my ship and then take it back from them anyways?
Oh, Emmy, I like the way you think.
No, I shouldn't have told you anything because if anybody's going to blow this, it's you, my friend.
I zip the lips.
I hope so, because the only thing that we need here, it seems to be, is money so that we can fix some sort of crazy cannon of some sort, and we're supposed to do some other business. This all sounds very expensive. So, I almost, she's going to shield her face from Kubrick and say, I almost feel like I like you guys and I want to help. So if selling my ship will help, then I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to take it back.
It's really sweet of you, Emmy. I appreciate that.
She's still like, yeah, not you, bro.
You realize, sir, that this would put you out of the job until I get the ship back.
Ooh. Well, yeah. I guess.
So would we then say that perhaps you had an interest in me getting my ship back?
Yeah. I would say so. Therefore, I should probably keep quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys walking and talking at this point?
Yeah, I don't know where we're going.
I was just gonna say, sure, but where are we headed?
Yeah.
Wait, did he need the whatever they were near to fix something?
Yeah, Kubrick, we'll say that Kubrick, while he was waiting for you and Tita to get over, he kind of went over to the desk and ordered the supplies needed that'll be brought to the ship. But it's you pay when you receive the supplies, and he's like, I don't really have a lot, so hopefully Minerva's back by the time this shipment gets there. But
well, it's a tax write-off, so it's fine. We should submit it to Minerva.
Yeah.
Speaking of Minerva, did we just leave her to wander about?
You could always, reach out. She's got the little thing. Again, I don't, so I can't message her. But
while he's talking,
bloop, yeah. Yeah. Bloop, this is Desert Eagle to the Dark Knight. Is there any need for assistance, or are you all right?
Minerva, you received nothing.
Ooh, no. That's interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn and look at Tita and say,
Minerva, hello. Obviously no response.
Yep, nothing.
This could be a problem.
Yeah.
Zin, you're there too with them.
Yeah, she's just very worried and doesn't really know what to do with herself. She's like,
Well, she couldn't have gotten too far, right? She's got to be around, probably on this floor.
This floor? There's more than one? If she can't hear us, then is this not like if you have a basement?
I don't know. The ship isn't more than 5 miles long. She should be able to hear us.
She's trying to figure out where they have Nova team, so she's probably somewhere where she's not supposed to be.
Yeah, always breaking the rules, that one.
Oh, good. Be somewhere that you're not supposed to be, and now we can't contact you? And she thinks I'm the troublemaker.
Well.
Shut up, Kubrick.
I was gonna say.
So as the three of you Kubrick, Emmy, Kubrick, and Tita are walking, Zin, you're very worried, thinking about Minerva, where she could be, and you're kind of rolling close behind. But as you roll by one particular little alleyway, as you're kind of maneuvering through, out of the corner of your eye, you see a shadow of something humanoid-esque, kind of short, that kind of ducks down into the shadows. But as you notice it there, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You see like a little bit of a tail kind of whip out from behind, kind of a long snout.
I like this game. That was a 3.
Oh
no.
There's almost this feeling of magnetism that is bringing you want to go down that alleyway and see this being. You have this extreme urge to head down the alley.
Right, short.
Okay, so you begin to kind of roll down the alley. And for the rest of you, while you're all arguing and discussing, you don't notice right off the bat that Zin is gone. But Zin, you head down this alley, And you, you're just kind of almost in a trance as you make your way back there. And as you do, you can see that there's maybe like some type of trash receptacle back there, a few barrels and crates that some busted open, whatever. And then as you kind of wheel past that area where the trash compactor is, you see this maybe 4.5 or so foot tall rat person. He's like a rat humanoid, but very odd. You see he's got one of his arms is completely mechanical. From shoulder to the tips of the fingers, completely mechanical. The other is normal. However, there seems to be some type of metallic brace built into the forearm that allows the hand to move. It seems that it might have some type of issue moving. Similar with its legs as well. It's looking at it quickly. One of its legs is missing at the knee. And in its place is some type of metallic, mechanical, cybernetic leg. And the other leg is, again, just another one of those brace things that seems to help with movement. As you get closer, you notice that one of its eyes is also kind of mechanical and is looking around with like this bright red glow. And you, as you approach, you hear, "Is Nessie, eh?"
Yes.
Yeah, you know, if you could help me with something, pretty sure I can help you with something.
Do I know you?
Nah, you don't. But you know, I've been watching you. I know that you have the ability to fix things, build things, you know, all that kind of stuff.
What are you looking for?
I have this project I've been working on. I just can't do it alone, and I'm gonna need some help. You mind helping, and I can help you with what you need most. And he kind of taps his leg.
Is she like still like in that trance kind of thing, or was that just to get her down the hallway?
It was more to get you down the hallway, but I would say that at this point you're probably slightly intrigued.
All right. Well, that depends.
If you don't mind, I got some mechanical things. I'm building this creature. It's like a construct of sorts. I could definitely use some of the expertise. Do you mind? You step into my office. And you look around this alleyway. There are no doors, nothing. He's just kind of standing there.
I suppose.
All right, very good. I appreciate it. And he turns around and just out of nowhere, just like behind him in just the vacuum of air and space, he grabs something and just like a zipper opens up another dimension. Hey, it's right through here. He just hops inside. It's got like this swirling energy.
And
then after you hesitate and take a second, just his head pops back out. Like I said, right through here. Oh, by the way, my name's Rat Trap.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
All right. She'll just roll through, I guess.
And he's into it, and then yeah, you can roll right through. And as you do, it's pretty bright at first, like the swirling energy is real bright. And then as your sight begins to focus, you are in a massive laboratory. To the left-hand side, there's countless like tables and lab counters, all kinds of vials and mortars and pestles, and all kinds of glassware tubing with boiling liquids. On the far side, you can see there's a bunch of metallic pieces of sorts that are kind of constructed into almost a humanoid form. It's not completely it's not complete yet. And you can see on the far right-hand side of this is a massive just bookcase after bookcase after bookcase of books. And
Well,
He's
maybe
like,
we should have-
He's like, yeah, I've been working on this guy over here, but can't quite get the mechanics on the inside right. It's getting a little frustrating.
She'll roll over to it and kind of like take a look at it. Be like, so what are you trying to get it to do?
Yeah, well, essentially, I'm trying to make it come to life. I want it to kind of follow me around, protect me if need be, carry heavy things, because, when he kind of with his metallic arm, it's a little tough with, cybernetics.
Yeah, I got you there. All right, well, what do you need me to do?
Well, if you could, and he just starts to like point out a few different things. He's like, we got these gears on the inside. This metallic hand's a little clumsy. I can't get all the way in there. I was hoping maybe you can kind of reach in, line up the gears right while I work on enchanting its brain.
How long is this going to take?
Here's the thing. So it's going to take some time, but I can promise you, no time of yours will be taken when you leave.
What do you mean?
And when you leave, you'll be leaving at the exact same time you went in.
What?
It's a simple magic here. All right, so it's kind of like a time differential. Whereas a few hours in here might only be a couple seconds out there.
All right. Wow.
It's nice if you're working on stuff and you don't want to take up your actual time. You can pop in the this is my little dimension.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, if you don't mind, we can get on this work, and I would assume at some point you want to be able to walk again, right?
Would be nice. I mean, I do love my chair, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, there's this guy. I met him a few years back now, and all this, and he kind of like motions at the mechanics. So, this guy. So, you help me, I give you the coordinates to where he is, and he could probably help you out.
All right. You said you've been watching me for a while?
Yeah.
Talk about that for a second?
If you really want to, I guess.
What? How long is a while?
A few months.
What?
Yeah, how well versed are you in magic?
Pretty, not bad.
Yeah, let me show you something. And he will start to like hobble walk over to one of his desks toward the library side of things, if you'd like to follow.
Yeah.
He will bring you to a small table that has on it a pedestal with a crystalline ball. And he's like, it's kind of more powerful magic, but I can usually keep an eye on someone. I actually saw you before. A long time ago. It's where you piqued my interest back on Arborea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I saw how quickly you can fix things, and I was like, oh, keep her in mind for the future.
All right, I suppose.
Ever since then, I've been just keeping an eye on you via Scry. I thought you were dead at one point. I was real upset.
Good to know you were concerned. Thanks.
Well, you're a pretty bright mind. I can't really deal with this myself. You'd be pretty helpful.
There's no funny business going on here.
Funny business? You're talking a rat trap. There's no funny business.
All right.
All right. How would you like to help him work on this?
It is really cool. So
very good, very good. So yeah, you you begin to assist him, and it's pretty amazing working with something like this, like a clockwork style. You're essentially making a humanoid out of metal, and it's very exciting. But we're gonna pop back over to you in a little bit, Zanesi. I think Minerva needs a little attention. Actually, hold on. Before we go to Minerva, oh no, yeah, Minerva, Emmy and Teacher just went. So, Minerva, you are still down below, in that the middle section of storage areas. I believe you said you were possibly going to go into that room to the left.
I thought I couldn't get in there.
No, the one to the right is where your strand was leading, and it wouldn't let you in. The one to the left, where the red emblem people went and grabbed the crates and stuff, and the left, that one you haven't tried yet. You don't know.
All right, I'll go check out what's in there. She has another idea, but if there's like anything else she can investigate first, she'll do that. So I'll see if it works on the other.
Yeah, you slide the chip and beep, beep, and it opens.
Interesting. Okay. So it works on this door, and it does not work on the other door. Okay. All right. Is there anyone in this room when the door comes open?
There are two guys. They're not decked out in armor like the other ones that you were looking at. These seem to be more workers moving pallets around, that kind of thing. But yeah, you can enter. Like,
is there any like it's just like a bunch of crates in the room and stuff?
Yeah, as you step inside, it's kind of haphazardly organized. There are stacks of crates on one side. You can see that there might be some of these barrels might contain liquid as they are turned on their sides. You have, there's some metal cases to the far end of the room. Yeah, these guys are just putting them on pallet jacks and moving them around. And hold on real quick here. As you enter, the two of them kind of look, and one just continues what he's doing, and another one, like, hey, what's a drudger doing in here? You shouldn't be in here.
My bad. I'll close the door.
All right. Back out.
All right. So, what the guy that I stole the key card from? What color was his?
He was blue. Oh, you went blue, and you stole it from a purple emblem person.
Okay. All right. Can I safely assume that I would need to steal from a blue in order to get a key card that works?
Make an intelligence check.
All right. 10 plus 1, 11.
Yeah, you think about it for a little bit, and you were in blue and you stole from purple. It's possible that they don't all have access to all the different warehouses. It might be a good idea to try to accommodate with a blue one.
Okay, all right. So since it seems that not everyone has access to every room, a plan that she was thinking of might not actually work. But okay. So I think what she's gonna do is she is going to go back down the hallway, back to the elevator, and she's going to walk around and keep her eye out for anyone wearing blue.
All right, you're going back to floor 1, the main floor?
Yeah.
All right, very good. So you head back. Where are we at here? Let's do Zoxa and Modi. Modi's just carrying about 10 shopping bags.
You think you might want to store your clothes on the ship?
Oh no, I can do this all day. Shopping's my thing.
Of course. Let's see. Shopping is not Sox's thing. I don't think he needs anything in any of the other shops. He just wants to find the library. You know what? He wants to go. What was the Dying Star?
That is a performance hall, like a concert hall or some type of theater.
We'll hang with Modi. We'll go to another shop.
Oh, good.
Oh,
All right.
You know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to the Drudge Retrieval.
I feel like that doesn't sound exciting. Yeah, I'll go.
Modi, I think we might be able to find out some information on why we're here if we go there.
Oh, we're here because we're going after Nolgatame.
And what has Nolgatame been captured as?
A slave?
That's
a
correct.
drudge. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, I get it.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Minutes ago. So
well, if that's the case, yeah, we'll head there.
Yeah, so we'll head there and see if we can find out any information. Apparently passing everyone along the way.
Yeah, literally. Now, I believe, Lauren, I gave you access to move Modi and Kubrick, so if I'm not doing it, if you can throw them wherever they're supposed to be. Anyway, cool. So yeah, the two of you head to the Drudge Retrieval. And Tita, Emmy, and Kubrick, as you're walking, who's got the highest passive perception out of the three of you? I guess Tita, maybe.
I have 15.
Mine is 12.
Kubrick's is definitely not that good.
Mine's 15.
Yours is 15, Emmy?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, Kubrick's is 12. So, Emmy, after you've been walking for a little bit, you kind of look around. Zin's not there.
I'm just going to stop and put my hands up and go, uh-oh.
What?
I feel like we might be in trouble.
Why now?
Where's Z?
I will turn, obviously, I guess, and see that she's not there.
Minerva, kill us! We are in so much trouble.
Wait, no, they're both missing?
Well, maybe Zin went after Minerva.
Why wouldn't she tell us?
Oh.
They noticed.
I'm gonna do my little beepy thing.
Sure. To Zin?
Zin, where did you go?
Zin, as you are in another dimension, again, it does not work.
Sorry. Do they notice that I'm gone if I'm like in like a Narnia situation where I come back and it's the same time?
Yeah, is this like an alternate timeline where like we're doing whatever while she's not there, and then when she comes back,
You'll just have to find out now, won't you?
Here. Dang it.
Well, then I'm gonna go and get as much booze as I possibly can. Where is the nearest liquor store?
From where
Very close.
Currently are, yeah, is probably. Let's see, we got Hopscale. Actually, that's not really too close.
Wait,
From
my
where?
mediocre merchandise wouldn't have some cheap bottles of booze for me to carry around?
You can certainly check it out.
Ugh. Is there anything closer than Griffey is?
I don't think so. You're in the shopping district, so you're not really by any of the bars except the really high-end fruity place that already kicked you out for your clothing. Actually, I feel like Emmy's was fine. It was just Tita's they weren't really feeling. Because you got that dress on, right, Emmy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just Tita.
What's left of it?
So
right, I'm gonna go to Mike's and try and buy some liquor.
yeah, he doesn't have big bottles of anything, but he does have nips, so you can get as many nips as you want.
As many as I can carry. How much is that?
It's a credit a nip, so
Can I carry like a dozen?
Yeah, easy.
Wait, baker's dozen.
He's like, Mike's like, yeah, you're not getting one for free.
I didn't expect you to do any such thing, Michael.
I'm actually Bob. Mike's in the back.
I'm gonna ignore that and just give him the money.
Oh. All right, so yeah, you head to Mike's, grab all that stuff.
13 nips.
Zanesi, you are hanging out with Rat Trap in his alternate dimension. And yeah, he's kind of, you see him, he's kind of focusing and enchanting on the head part while you're kind of reaching into the chest cavity and trying to connect all the gears and whatnot. I would like let's see, we'll go with, do you have your Tinker's tools, or did you change that into something else?
I do have those.
Fantastic. So yeah, you get Tinker's tools, you get up in that chest cavity there and you start connecting each of the gears to one another. Give me the Tinker's tools check. So it's going to be your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus to the roll.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, it is, just so you know, it is with advantage because you the two of you are working on it together.
Nice, because that was a 6.
Ooh.
That's better. That's a 12. Okay.
12. All right.
12 plus 5. So
12 plus 5, 17. Yeah, you make quick work of this. And he's like, hey, you know what? I don't even understand. Like, how could I have not done that? It doesn't even seem that difficult, but I guess it just takes a brain like yours. It's looking good. And he's like, hold on one sec. And he kind of swivels around to the back of this thing. He's like, everything good in the chest?
I think so.
All right, here we go. And he presses something on the back of its neck, and this thing starts to just stares at him. I think it's gonna work. I haven't really programmed any vocals or anything like that, but at least for now, it'll probably lift things for me.
Wow. All right. That's awesome.
And now you've been in here for at least 2 to 3 hours working on this, just so you know.
All right.
And yeah, I would say, where's my notes to make sure I got everything from here. So as you finish up, he's like, hey, something you might want to think about. I kind of travel around, the galaxy and whatnot. And if ever you want to join me, there's a lot of cool things you can see out there.
Very tempting. But I am kind of in the middle of something right now.
Hey, yeah, not a problem. Let me just let you know what I'll do. Every once in a while, I'll poke in and see what you're up to. And if you look pretty bored, I might reach out. Say, hey, travel the galaxy.
Oh, that sounds good.
Hey, well, I did want to give you a little bit of information as to where you might be able to get some cybernetics.
Oh yeah.
And as he's saying this, he's kind of like wheeling you back to where that little portal is. That's kind of shimmering. He's like, let me just tell you this: when you exit here, time will not have changed, and you will have the coordinates to where you want to go to see Bork in your head. All right, sound good? Cool. And he just kind of pushes your. He's like, I'll be watching, and he kind of pushes you, and you through this thing, and again, your eyes, it's so bright, you kind of focus, and you're back in the alleyway. And you kind of wheel out into the main corridor and you see your friends maybe 10 feet in front of you. They're arguing about this whole Manny situation, and Emmy kind of looks back and to see like where you are, and you're there. And then Emmy, you make your way to Mike's and you buy your your nips.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna tell anybody yet, but she's just gonna be like, oh.
And yeah, and Emmy, as you turn around and you see Zin there as normal, I think that's where we're going to end for the evening. Pick up next week. So we got a lot of exciting stuff going on. We've got Emmy's ship, trying to get that back. We got Minerva still by herself in the dark depths of this place with no communication. We got Zin, who has a stalker. Zaxa and Tita, not too much has happened for you guys. I know that Zaxa, you get those gems dealt with. That was real good.
I did.
But yeah, we will pick back up on the Gith Unity ship next week. Thank you all so much for sticking with us, and have a fantastic evening.